Good morning, good morning. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, sorry, I had to fix some things. I had to fix some things here. Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. Oh God. Is my stream can you guys hear me now? Let me see. One, two, three, testing, testing. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning. I fixed some of the audio here. Let me see if this is actually working here. Hello. Oh, I gotta turn off the goddamn Bluetooth. I'm so done with this right now. I'm so done with this. I know what needs to be done. I know what needs to be done here. I'm having issues with this freaking Bluetooth recently. Oh God. So a lot of things are selling off, folks. A lot of things have moved yesterday, and we are just waiting for confirmation for the overall market to give us a potential upside trend. Overall bearish sentiment, short term. Obviously, you guys know this gay bear is still leaning bullish now. We're just waiting for the overall macros to give us indicators that everything's all handy dandy. And we just need to really pay attention to what the market trend is right now. Short term, you guys know how we're going to manage this here. We already looked at levels. We already talked about these events. And we are also hedging, waiting for opportunity to come to us. We don't chase opportunity. They come to us, baby. Taking a couple things. Look here, I got Nvda up. I am waiting for a target hit on Nvda. So we're looking for OCC and FLR. Only three things I'm looking for as we speak. And oh wait, actually, I had LPTH as well. LPTH is on my radar. You know me, I love LPTH. So I gotta wait for these two guys to give me some sort of signals here. Not yet ready. FLR is definitely on my top and second. OCC, and then the little drones are third. If SPY absolutely flips green, I am looking at those three tickers specifically, especially to the upside. I'm not missing out on opportunity. Everybody's bearish, sure, but one fucking tweet changes the narrative, right, folks? Exactly. Changes the narrative. So, okay. Oh, what is this, daily? No, I gotta turn on the 15. SPY. We got a nice little rejection here after a nice move. You are waiting for a pullback here. This fucking thing can actually rip again. That's why I'm just keeping a very close eye on this. It likes to do these double bottoms. I do want it to test the 382.4678. I'm looking for a another nice little long position here. OCC, let me see what's going on with SPY. Indices, I'm going to turn on the mags as well. 150 million at the 17 share price. Not sure the Nvda SPY. I gotta take a look. What's going on the max? Oh, hello. Yeah. Nvidia is going to drag the markets down, folks. Nvidia broke the 200 daily SMA. That is going to drag markets down. Let me double check. You guys know about SMCI. Careful with that, but let me go ahead and reopen up Nvidia real quick. Even if we think SPY is going to flip, look at this. We actually did a whole lesson yesterday. Remember, abandoned baby, but look at that. The abandoned baby is no longer the abandoned scaby, man. We are absolutely getting cooked here on Nvidia. I'm not in this play, but look at that, folks. Nvidia is below the 200 daily SMA, and that is not good. I spoke on this thing, and remember when we lost the 200 SMA on Nvidia, we broke down another 15-20%. So we literally have to fight for this 200 and reclaim the 200 SMA. If we do not reclaim that 200 SMA, folks, there's a lot more pain going into next week. I wouldn't even fucking consider longing if we don't reclaim that. So obviously, the overall indices have to act nice, but as long as Nvidia stays below that 200 SMA, there's potentially more pain down the road. Nvidia is a heavily weighted volume ticker. I mean, the damn thing can move markets like nothing, guys. Like nothing. Oh, and yeah, still here. LPTX still down here. So I'm just waiting on a lot of opportunities, sitting on my hands here, waiting for a telltale sign here. I'm not comfortable here. Look at everything's pretty much, the majority of everything is red. SMCI is getting more bearish as time goes on. I'm not waiting. I'm not gonna scalp that. I don't like scalping, period. Not my style. I like to hold. I like to swing. I like to stick around and find out. Okay? I don't like to just, stay and play and then gone. No, I like to hold on for a good couple of days and then move on. So, obviously it's a lot of high risk, high reward, especially going into this type of environment. We are not out of the woodworks yet. SMC, I'm keeping a good eye on here. Nvidia on the daily here. I'm just keeping a very close eye on Nvidia. We have indices and then you have Nvidia. You got to really pay attention to Nvidia and SPY at the same time. I know it sounds fucking ridiculous and hard at the same time, but you know what? Trading wasn't meant to be easy. So, a couple of things to look here. We also forming like a double bottom here on SPY. Looks like on the 15-minute wants to go ahead and come back and retest 653.13 off of that low high. That lower low, lower high. Watching OCC now. I'm just waiting for the 382 touch, 731 here, right along with that 50 SMA, especially on the 1 hour time frame. So that's one area I'm looking for potential. But notice how we're not getting a significant pullback, right? Notice how some tickers are moving back 5-6%. We have Mobix 8%, MOB 8%, B8 cart. Whoa! Lol. All right, Nvidia now catching nice little bounce here, little mini hammer. Looks like a little mini hammer. Pudgy hammer. Not even a hammer. Jesus. No. What's going on, chat? Talk to me. Nvda scooped up a chunk of the UMAC offering. Oh, that's a good one, actually. Thanks for reminding me. Actually, hold up. Hold that thought for 2 seconds there. Hold that thought for 2 seconds. Still not happy with this pullback here. Come on, baby. Give it to me. No shot. All right, Nvidia now looking good here. Looking good. Where's oil at? 95.51. Oil is essentially the fucking VIX here. Oil is the VIX here. So Nvidia, nice little dragonfly forming here. Very interesting to see. Very interesting to see here. FLR still waiting. I gotta see this touch the 382. I don't feel comfortable here. I just gotta feel comfortable touching that 382. Essentially where the RSI bounce is right there at 36.52. I'm not touching this. Can't touch it. Not touching it. It can run, and then you know what? I'll miss the trade. I just don't feel comfortable touching it here. Turning on the 1 hour time frame. You know what? Let me turn it on to the 15 real quick. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. 382.50 SMA touch. All right, Nvidia. All the mags now dumping even more. Good to see. So being patient does pay off. Just got to be patient. Wait it out. Do not get crazy, folks. The overall market is leaning bearish, and obviously protect yourself. But guess what? We have target. Watching FLR over here. It's not touching that 382. I want to touch it, that 50 SMA. I got to be patient here. If it doesn't touch it, oh well. She's gone. I got to really see that support touch here. Gotta see it support. I got it. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. ONDS, LPTH, still drilling, baby, drill. 382. Come on, you sack of shh. Let's go. Come on, FLR, touch it. Give me the confirmation. So far it's looking pretty iffy here. 15 VIX above 23, 24.74, up 2.83%. AMP, I don't even know why AMPX is here. Up 2%. AMPX is a monster, I gotta tell you. All right, so S&P E-mini drilling here. It looks like it wants to continue downward on the 15. Moving over to SMCI, Nvda, SMCI, absolutely 25% hit my target. If you guys watch the thread, Nvda now pushing down. Now pushing down. Looks like it wants to get back 175.79. I'm telling you guys that Nvda losing that 200 daily, 200 SMA is not good. That's going to really send the markets more of a downward trend. Okay? More downward trend. It's going to put a lot more pressure than people anticipate. So if you think you bought the dip, wait till you get the fucking dipper of the dip. The dippity dip dip. The dippy dippy dip. We losing that 200. Let me remind people what. Oh my God. Yikes. Okay, all right. So this is the part of the stream where I have to remind people what happened the last time we lost the 200 on Nvidia. This is the part of the stream, and now I have to remind people what happened when we lost Nvidia on the 200 daily. Okay, let me go ahead and refresh people's minds. This is why I'm just being patient, sitting on my hands, because there is an event where if you guys remembered when we were back in February, was it February? Right here, I charted this in the Discord. When we lost the 200, folks, this is it. February 27th, guys. Okay, what persisted after the fact, guys? Let's just take this micro window here. Take this little measurement rule right here. We went down, in addition, the markets went down 17%. 17, just off losing that 200. That is significant. Losing 17% on Nvidia, you're going to drag markets. So let's just take hypothetical, right? Let's just take another measurement rule. Let's just draw 17% hypothetical, right? Let's just entertain 17%, right? If you're looking to long here, well, that means that it could potentially get to 147. 147. And then you have an impending death cross on top of that with Nvidia. Losing the 200 is significant because now you also have that 50 about to converge with the 200. And then when that happens, you think 17% is the stop? No. 17 ain't the stop. It's just a start. All right, looks like our little home wreckers are looking pretty solid here. Looks like they want to make moves. Market's dripping, and then these tickers are ripping. This is why we got to move into infrastructure. Wow, already up a whole percentage point. All right, so looks like the mini dip already occurred on OCC. Let me take a closer look here on Mr. OCC. I was hoping for a 382. It's again, what is wrong with these tickers? They're just wanting to go up. Not really hit our support bounce. Sure, the pullback was great, but not the support bounce I'm looking for. What is going on, chat? Talk to me. Hit the like button, folks, if you like this. If you guys like this sort of commentary, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit. Let me see FLR on the daily here. What are we printing on the daily on FLR? No. See, this is the part where I don't entertain FLR here. That's a hanging man at the impulse. I stay away. So I'm gonna wait for FLR. Let's see what LCC looks like on the daily. OCC on the daily. Let me see here. OCC on the daily. Another one. Looks like, all right, so we got two hanging mans on the daily on OCC and FLR. So that means to me, you know what that tells me? Until I see some sort of break above the key resistance here at 780 on OCC, for example, I'm not touching this. From a risk reward, I'm not touching this. That means there's a flat defined resistance here, this upper level, 780. And the hanging man is very significant candle structure, right? Okay, so is FLR. That's a doji at the impulse, okay? Doji and hanging man on OCC and FLR. You know what that tells me? Pull the fuck out. Chill out. There's no touching this market. No touching FLR. I'm glad I got to sit on my hands and wait for confirmation. After Big Dick moves up to the upside. Yo estoy streaming, mi amor. I'm streaming right now. Bye. So, moving on. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. I appreciate my kid's account is ripping on the space moves. He's kicking my ass today. Dude, kids luck, man. First time's luck. Markets continue to dump, and you know what? I continue to hold and sit on my hands, baby. Sit on my hands and wait for opportunity to come to you. Nvidia is now dripping, drilling. Come down, baby, through the locomotive. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at SPY. Chart some levels here. All I'm looking at is opportunity, but right now is not the time. So this is why we sit on our hands. I'm still, you know what's funny? I was bearish. I've been very bearish. I no longer am shorting anything. I got all my money out, and now I'm just waiting. I'm literally sitting because, you know, shorting this market where it's at from a risk reward, you know, I already got, you know, you already made the gains when everybody was bullish, right? Now, I'm not shorting here. There's no way I'm shorting here. You out of your mind. I'm going to wait for the mean reversion to come back and retest the resistance and then short it again. Positioning for a short here from a risk reward is not there for me. I'm sorry, that's just not me. I'm not entertaining a short position already at the move where support is literally right around the corner. You have a support here, you have a support here, you have a support here, you have a support here. There's no way I'm not gonna fucking short this. Good luck with that. Cool. Everybody wants to short. Go ahead, scalp. I like to short long. Like I like to swing. I don't like to scalp. Scalping's not for me. I like to hold shit 3, 4, 5 days out. Okay, this is why I'm comfortable. You know, I'm not fucking with this and finding out the move already happened. Why would you short here? Why would you short? This is just me, my pea brain, right? If you're scalping, cool. Swinging, I don't like the idea of swinging when the move is already almost at key area of support. Why? This is why now I'm leaning a little bullish until markets give me the opportunity to be bullish. I'm just going to lean bullish. And right now I'm just waiting for opportunity. Notice how I'm just sitting on my hands waiting for my little 2 tickers to give me confirmation and call it a day. Turn on your daily candles. If you don't understand what candles look like and what they tell you, all right, when I see this, okay, you know what that is? What do we call that, chat? I just said it right now. What do we call FLR and OCC on the daily? What do we call these candles? What do we call this candle? What do we call this candle, ladies and gentlemen? Where's my Discord members? Go ahead. I need you guys to remember the study group I gave you guys off of candle structure formation theories and concepts. Let's go, chat. Where are you guys at? There you go. Nvidia dripping, drilling. Nvidia everywhere. Everywhere down. Baby, are you down. Holy shit. SMR. Everybody's drilling, baby. You know what surprises me is SMR is holding the line here. All right, let's go take a look at some of these small caps. Actually, let me turn on the indices while I look at the small cap. Look at oil now up 45.8%. VIX now 4.4% to the upside. Ladies and gentlemen, this is pain, and there is no gain right now for some of you folks. Look out below. AMG, whoa. Hey. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely this is a fucking bloodbath. But we knew this going into that, right? This is why you take profits. Look at that nice little spinning top on FLR. Nice little hanging man on OCC. Then you know me. This is why you take profits. Always walk away with profits. Woo! All right, again, Nvidia losing the 200 daily. You think today is going to be bad? You think today is going to be bad, folks? You think today is going to be bad? Wait till next week. Wait till next week when we come and try and reclaim this 200. Okay? And if we reject twice, two top, triple top, you guys have no idea what pain is. This is not good. So the longer this war continues and we have Nvidia now trying to reclaim 200 and we're going to have to test it multiple times, we fail it, bro. That's pretty much G fucking G. Any news, positive news that it's not congruent that we're done with this war, it's faded. It's faded. All right, it's faded. I'm just sitting on my hands. I'm sitting on my hands, baby. Sitting on my hands, waiting for opportunity, baby. Look at that. Drill, baby. Drill. Drill. Baby, drill. Drill. How we looking? Oh, well. Oh, my ears are blowing up right now, guys. I don't know what's happening. My ears are blown up. All right, so going back to... Whoa! All Alright, guys, let's go ahead and start charting here. Alright, I've been ignoring it, but I guess I'm going to have to do my harmonics. Let's do this. Let's do the harmonics, folks. You guys already know it's time. Once we broke support, it's time to chart. Go, go, go. So, now, if I remember correctly, we had a crab, and then we can definitely start forming a deep crab. Alright, that's not the case here. Let me see the 12. Where are we here? I like this one. I like this setup here as well. 1618 with a 224. Oh, this is actually a clean one too. 1618. Shit. Ooh. Alright, 1618. 886. Let me confirm. I feel like that's overextended with a 930. I'm not a fan of this crab here. Let me see if I can capture it on the 4. Yeah, alright. Looks like we're going lower and lower and drilling. 161 with a 2. Alright, now we wait for the confirmation here. Let me go left. Do we have anything supporting that narrative? Anything? Oh my god. Yeah, we do. We got a nice support here. 648.59 aligns perfectly with this consolidated node here and this high here. And a bounce and a bounce. So, yeah, this looks really fucking drilly. Oh my god. Holy moly. Wow, so a lot of these little infrastructures are not really coming down as hard as I thought, which is pretty impressive. It's very impressive. They're not drilling the way I wanted them to. Wow, that just tells the amount of money pouring in into these tickers, folks. Very interesting. Whoa! Guys, Nvidia now further from the 200 daily SMA. You have no idea what pain is going to look like, folks. Whoa. Onda's 5% though. Jesus. Looking really interesting here, folks. What about Weeble? Weeble, if it... Oh my god. I don't think Weeble can go any lower. They've completely annihilated. The market's drilling, right? The market's absolutely drilling, and Weeble's only down 0.85%. 0.85% with a goddamn doji. Harami crosses, alright? That is just absolutely hilarious. This is hilarious. Folks, I'm telling you, this is fucking hell. The market's drilling. It almost hit my target here. How far down? That's only 5%. It's only 5%, folks. Can't argue with that. Wow, Nvidia now drill. SMR is holding pretty good here. I'm actually surprised here. FLR down 1.16%, 1.16%. OCC down 2.69%. I really like this. You know what that tells me? That means that we're doing really good. This sector is doing really fucking good. And if OCC being a small cap shitty. Why is OCC calling my name? 15% down on the book. Froggy market bottom. Yeah. There's going to be a lot more pain. Unfortunately, there is a really black swan event. That's not looking pretty right now, and I'm really not liking what I'm seeing here. So, um, Nvidia losing again. This is gonna find a mean reversion here. So look, we're already seeing a nice little bullish candle here. So you're gonna get a nice little J's. You're gonna get the J's, and then you come and retest this pivot point here, which is 176 ish. Once it comes there, it forms a J. Hopefully we break above it and break out of this range. But if not, boy oh boy, this looks really fucking bad. OCC, I mean not OCC, Nvidia losing that 200, dude. I'm telling you, you think market's dippy? Wait till next week, man. Wait till next week. One little news catalyst is gonna send markets to the upside, but we're not really getting any sort of bullish sentiment yet. And SPY looks like it wants to come and hit that target right down there in the 4-hour. It won't hit it today, I'll tell you that much. It will definitely not hit it today. It will. You would have to literally tank them. That's another 0.7%, 1.7% in one day. That's close to 2% in one day. Yeah, that's not really gonna happen. Not in a day. Especially not on a normal. Dudes, the market is flushy. Look at Weeble. You can't make this shit up. Market's completely flushing, folks. You can't make this up. I would even argue putting money, like, not fun. You know what? I'm not even going to finish that statement. I'm not even going to finish that statement because that would be stupid of me. But wow, if you want to talk about potential opportunity, what are the options on this thing? I might just buy some calls. I'm not even going to lie here. Buying some calls would be fucking not a bad idea. Let me see where Weeble's at. Let me see Weeble. What are the options? Look, I was looking at the January 15th, 2027 $10 strikes. Now they're at 49 cents. 49 cents. God, I really want to buy this. Wow, I really want to buy this. Oh my gosh. Should I do it, folks? Should I buy these calls? They're 1 year out. 49 $10 strikes. Part of me wants to do it, but a part of me doesn't. I gotta be really patient here. FLR looking good, 135 down percent. Let's go, folks. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Velo most tempting. Add here for me. Velo most tempting. Actually, I liked Velo. I actually was looking at Velo last night. Thank you for reminding me. I was actually looking to add Velo. You fucking... Thanks for reminding me. Oh, yeah, you really... You fucking reminded me. Nope. It's not ready yet. Not ready yet. Nope. Not. I mean, at least for me, it's not ready yet. I'm going to wait for the opportunity. I would even argue with this bearish sentiment going into this. I would just take a wait for, for me, I'm going to wait for at least 1171. Come and do like a double bottom here, 1171 at the 382. See if we can try and consolidate going into next week, right? Going into next week. All right, then then we'll reassess. Other than that, there is a real world possibility if we break that. There is a real world possibility we can get back to $9.42. If the overall market is leaning very bearish, Nvidia being the fucking battery as well, losing that 200 daily SMA, there's a lot more opportunities to buy the dip. You'll get your little pumps, that's without a doubt. But like the long term, it ain't looking sassy. So it's just something to consider. Obviously trade what you think is best for you. No one's pulling the trigger for, no one's pulling the trigger. So at the end of the day, always respect what you seem comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? So Velo definitely was one on my radar. But it's in a downward trend right now. Smacked the 50, failed it, and now retesting 382, another area where it's going to be magnetized towards. And you broke below the 20 daily EMA. That just means a little bit more downward pressure, respectfully. So I just sit on my hands, wait, be patient. There's a lot more opportunity to look forward to. Now, again, obviously, respect the trend right now on the overall market. It is leaning bearish until further notice. Is oil elevated? Yes, oil is now being elevated. Now it's at 95.64 WTI. VIX up 4.4% to the upside. Chat disconnected successfully. Let's see what's going on. Somehow just get disconnected for no reason. What is happening here? There will be a mean reversion play. There will be a mean reversion play here. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. I would highly appreciate that. I would highly appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. New scale SMC. Whoa, SMR. Wouldn't want to hold that overnight. Let's fucking go. 382 FLR. Let me put this back to the chat. They seem to be moving laterally. All right, guys. All right. 1 hour on. Ooh, here we go. It's touchy. I like that. Wow, SMR really catching a nice bid here. I mean, the overall structure on this fucking ticker is absolutely monstrous. SMCI, 26%. People are crazy enough to buy it here. Also, SMR, also people are crazy enough to buy this shit here. Absolutely. Like, you know, obviously play the mean reversion happening on SPY. Things don't just nosedive. All right, FLR here at 382, 46.78. Watching this very close. VIX just popped another percentage point. ES drilling. Oil 0.2. Three, 382. WNW. What's going on, Tamarit 10? What is going on? Drill, baby, drill. FLR pulling back, baby. Oh, baby, 382. Come on, baby. Do the locomotion. All right, I'm watching this RSI here on the 1 hour, looking juicy. Maybe I'm gonna get ready. Oh shit, guys. Wait. Guys, we're getting news. We're putting more troops on the ground. Is this true? Is this true? Oh god, I gotta go Google this shit now. Hold up, guys. All sides. Let me see what's happening. I like listening to all sides here. Headline roundup. Civil rights. Get the fuck out of here. What is this? Wall Street Journal. Do we have Wall Street Journal? Let's see what's going on here. I can't tell if it's true or not. All right, 382 touched here on FLR. Looking good. Still waiting for confirmation. I got the RSI here touch. Let me see the daily here real quick on FLR. Let me see the daily here on FLR. I like that. We're testing that center line. Almost broke the MACD confirmation. This is looking like we're about to split hairs right here. Good morning, bro. Yes, it's true. Oh, yeah. So if it is true, then you know what? I'd rather just wait for Monday. I was going to position some opportunity here. If that is true, the headline, we're sending more troops, then you know what? I'm out the game. I'm out the game. Gonna wait till Monday. No point in risking assets. Wait for them to base and then go ahead and take a trade. If it's true. If it's true. So you know what that means, right, folks? You know what that means, right? So the fact that, all right, so looks like that news, that headline is now drilling SPY. It's inching it closer to this harmonic completion at 648.58. I really did not expect this to drill the way it's drilling. We're literally almost at the oversold territory on SPY on the 4-hour. Guys, I haven't seen this in like fucking COVID levels. Like literally, no, not COVID levels, excuse me, inauguration week or month, whatever the fuck it was called. Yeah, I'm sitting on my hands. I'm not really going to take any trades. That kind of headline news is not only going to force more dips in the entire market. Stay on until we get a reversal call. Like I said, man, it was always good to take profits. Always good to take profits, especially during these times, folks. Again, this whole environment is not going to give you guys any bullish sentiment. Any push up is going to be met with more push down. That news is going to now give a confirmation that everything is now hedging against, and that is only screaming more bear side. More bear side continuation. Guys, this will be, you know what, on the other side of the coin, think of it this way. On the other side of the coin, this is a great opportunity to go over the weekend and reassess what tickers are absolutely bottoming. And we're going to do that in the Discord, okay? We're going to figure out, actually, we already figured it out. Shout out to King and the crew. We're going to figure out exactly great opportunities going into next week. What is at absolute support, absolute bottoms, absolute long breaks to the down, like, you know, monthly support now becomes resistance, right? So in those type of situations, you're going to want to invest in those type of tickers, because those are the ones, you know, at the end of the day, when the news settles, it's going to have a nice little mean reversion to the upside. What, you think FLR is not in my interest, or OCC? I'm going to wait for these babies to come to me. OCC really is impressing me here. Obviously, it's illiquid, and the beta is very weak. Oh, no, beta is pretty decent, 1.18. And the fact that we're holding here, 756, that's pretty fucking good. I'm actually impressed here. I ain't even mad. I'm actually not even mad. Not mad at all. All right, indices. Whoa, VIX. Whoa, 7.36% though. Whoa, let's go. Woo! 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 Yeah, baby. Woo! Wee! Wow, FLR coming right back to Baba. Baba, come to daddy. Come to daddy. OCC, honestly, bros, I'm really impressed with OCC. I am really fucking impressed with OCC. This is impressive to me. I'm actually impressed. Normally, these little shit fucking tickers that don't have large market caps, especially in an environment like this, is holding the line? Whoa. That's impressive. Imagine when we get a mean reversion on the overall market, this fucking thing wants to rip. Hopefully it does, right? It's holding the RSI center here and the MACD cross. And again, this thing is not even drilling. That's impressive. That's impressive. All right, I'm watching SPY, FLR, watching VLO. All right, watch out for the mean reversions, and when prices start spiking up, remember it's just another, how do you say, high, lower high. So pay close attention to the mean. You guys are gonna learn what a bear market looks like. You guys are gonna learn what a bear market looks like. You guys are gonna learn really fast what a bear market looks like. Okay? You guys are gonna learn very quickly how powerful taking profits are. All right, SPY absolutely not yet at the target. I don't think it's gonna hit it today. I think it's gonna hit it Monday, to be honest with you. All right, unless we get some sort of news catalyst. All right, unless we get some sort of news catalyst, this is still continuation. Watch the mean reversions. Remember, they look like J's. Remember, they look like J's. They look like J's. They look like J's. All right, sometimes you might get the triple tops or the double tops. You might get the double tops. Until then, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Look at the trend line, right? Potentially. That's how you stay and observe the market. All right, here's a little bounce here. Wow, bro. Bro, what the fuck? You can't make this shit up. Huh. All right, guys. I'm just watching some opportunities here. I'm just observing the market real quick, folks. I'm just observing the market here, folks. Oh, man. OCC looks really fucking juicy. Woo! Woo! All right, now we're finally getting the pullback. Thank God. Everything's getting dumped on it. It's literally getting chucked. It's getting fucking ridiculous, folks. It is getting destroyed. There it is. Exactly what I was waiting for. Thank the Lord Jesus. Finally get some discounts here. All right, so since we're putting boots in the ground, ladies and gentlemen, you know, this ain't looking... This is not looking good here. How you guys doing? Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to manage some positions here for the future. Whoa! Is this 766? 676. No, what level is this? This was off a harmonic completion. Ooh. Ooh, I really don't mind that area. Oh my God, and I gotta use the bathroom. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Give me 1 second, folks. Market is absolutely shitty. Let me put it over here. Volatility. There you go, folks. Alright, guys, sorry. I had to use the bathroom real quick. Just drinking. Alright, guys, sorry. Back at it again. OCC, wow, FLR. Holy moly. OCC continues to impress me day in and day out. This little fucking thing. Interesting. Hit the 0.5. Normally I would have preferred if it touched the golden pocket. Whoa. Wow, it feels good to not sit, to not be in the markets today. Holy shit. I do want to dabble on OCC though, I'm not gonna lie. It's really impressing me day in and day out. I'm not even lying right now. Interesting. I won't look at this anymore. Mags are pulling up again. Nice little mean reversion. Remember, lower high, lower low. FCEL. What do you mean FCEL's got green today? What do you mean? Uh-oh. FCEL. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh. Wait a minute. What happened here? Ooh. Oh. I kind of like this here. Not even like. Oh. I don't like this, though. I don't like this here. That's the only thing freaking me out. It's freaking me out here. Let's see if we can get this going right here. The 0.5 here. And you got a trend line bounce here. It's energy as well, right? Are we getting, were we expecting any news here? At a key line, at a key area support, 674. Not even gonna lie, I like that. Not even gonna lie, I do like that here. No, but it's honestly a fucking bear flag or bear channel, right? It's just another lower low, lower high. Not a fan. Taking a closer look at it. Always play the means if you're into that sort of shit. FLR now at a key area support, 45.78. Interesting. Very, very interesting here. 4% down, baby. 4% down. Doji here on OCC on the 30-minute, turning on to the 15. Very interesting. Nice sell-off continuation. I'm not even SMCI also 30% to the downs, 28%. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some at least we get into a Marabuza closing. That would be kind of impressive to say the least. From around 21.94, that would like confirm it. All right, so now we're making lower lows and lower highs. VIX absolutely 10% on the day. 10% on the day, and people want to go ahead and continue buying. This is literally my type of style here. If you want to know CC, then you know me. Woo wee. Wait, there was a ticker I was looking at, LWLG, where the photonics play. Wow, only down 0.7%. Now moving on up. You can't make this shit up. These fucking tickers. Nope. I want to see a double bottom here. FLR. Let's go, let's go. Again, OCC really holding the line here. Can't make this shit up. Let me see the daily on this bad boy. 3 rising valleys. Interesting. Not three rising values. Excuse me. Descending broadening right angle formation. Descending right angle broadening formation here. These are actually really good. These are technically not bad. Huh. I mean, you still need infrastructure, right? Nvda holding mean version. Be careful. Don't even think about buying the dip. Wait till Monday, folks. Not financial advice. Wait till Monday. You never want to lose money here. Like, as much as I want to dabble into, you know, FLR and shit, you know, just overall market is not giving you that sort of positive confluence, right? Not yet, at least. Not yet. Why do I have this bull here? It looks like shit. Wow, giving it all back. Giving it all back. Woo! Woo! Wee! Yeah, baby! Come on! Give it to me. Give it to me. I really like what I'm seeing here, folks. OCC's not selling off? Well, sell off for God's sakes. Jesus, finally. Holy moly. Jesus Christ. Finally, fucking drop. Jesus Christ. Now we are forming a W. You want to buy fix right now? Buy fix, bro. Not financial advice. If you feel like it's a good buy, bro, don't be afraid. You know? Listen, we just don't know what markets are going to do, man. I mean, we have ideas, right? We have ideas. But, man, it's really hard for me not to get in right now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Dude, OCC's pissing me off, bro. Like, just really, really pissing me off here. I like the support here on this ticker. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry guys, I'm just I'm doing some shopping right now. Not even gonna lie right now. I am doing a little bit of shopping. Couldn't resist. Just a little bit. I'm not going too crazy. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit here, folks. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Come on, baby. Do the locomotion. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a very, very long day, folks. All right, guys. Just couldn't avoid some of the discounts on some tickers out there. Just some tickers. All right, so market tends to want to move up here. Market looks like it wants to hold and do something special. How's everybody else doing? How's the world? How's life? You guys holding on, dear? Holding on to your dear lives? Holding on nicely? Woo! Woo! Sorry, guys. Monitoring the markets real quick. Sorry to be a party pooper right now. Just trying to take opportunity where I see it. I'm trying to focus here. This is not your everyday events here, so I am absolutely taking advantage of this volatility. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I normally don't get these kind of discounts across the board on some tickers, and I'm taking full advantage of that. All right, I'm taking full advantage of the volatility. You betcha top dollar I'm taking full advantage of the volatility. So if I'm quiet, folks, I'm monitoring some positions here. I'm monitoring some positions, and that's all I can say. Oil's 95 right now. VIX showing a doji. VIX showing a doji. Look at ASTI outlier. Doing wonderful. Can't complain. That's what I'm talking about. Another day, another trade. Let's go. Who's having a good day today? I'm having I'm having a great day. Let's take a look at ASTI real quick. He said ASTI. He said ASTI. Let's take a look at ASTI real quick. Whoa! 2.56%. Let's fucking go. What am I scooping? You know, the normal stuff that I'm into recently, if you know what I mean. Just, you know, the stuff I've been preaching the past couple, 5-6 days. Just, you know, stuff. I don't want to say because I have a lot of Discord chat members that are fucking hawking me. So I'm just gonna, I don't want them to get comfortable of, you know, why is he taking a trade? And then everybody jumps in a trade and they don't know how to manage trades. So I gotta be very careful here. But this is how I'm maneuvering in the market. Look at SMCI, bros. Absolutely getting decimated. Absolutely getting annihilated. And I remember watching this thing spike. I remember watching that thing spike, and it was completely like people were just bidding the shit out of it. They were just bidding the shit out of it. So monitoring everything as we speak. Overall market is getting destroyed here. Destroyed right now. I like what I see here. I like what SPY absolutely getting clobbered here. Remember, guys, the market rewards people that take risks. All right, it's just the way it is, bros. You know, with this administration, anything can happen. I'm telling you, anything can happen. So what's your worst case scenario versus your best case scenario? All right. Well, the worst case scenario somewhat throughout the day already happened. All right. The best case scenario, he says something bullish over the weekend. You know. Okay. Anything can happen over the weekend. Okay. So, you know, it's just one of those type of events where you gotta really, you know, obviously protect yourself always, but you just never know in this market. So. Just the way it is. That's just the way where we at. It's just the way, you know, things are. A lot of homies like GILT. Really, what's happening over there? What the hell is GILT? What's happening at GILT? What's happening with GILT? A lot of homies like this shit. Ew. You know what this is? You know what this is, right? You know what that is? I hope they know how to exit. I don't like this. You know what that is, right? This is called a V-top extension. This is literally V-top extension. Look at this. V-top extension. V-top extension. V-top extension. Where is it? Extended V-top. Here you go. Here's the extended V-top here. GILT. I would heed very carefully here. Not financial advice for the homies. All right, and then you also got this V-top. Where the hell is my? Where is it? Right here. V-top and then the extension, right? So you want to be very careful going into GILT, and you know one of the key indicators of a V-top extension is just holding. It looks like an ascending wedge, right? An ascending wedge. These are your typical, looks like just typical setups for a potential V-top extension. Just overall market. SATL is interesting. They're probably popping on a sympathy move for PLNY. Okay, we can take a look at that. Homie over here giving SATL still logic. What is still logic? Whoa! 22%? What the fuck? Bro, what is happening there? What is happening there, bro? Whoa. Huh. Very interesting here. Let me draw some fibs real quick. Let's see what levels we're at right now. Whoa! Nice bounce. Key rejection here. So, yeah, so 6.8, 618. Yep. I mean, if they got in this and they made that kind of money, I would not hold up here. I would not hold up here. Not financial advice, obviously, but nice move here. Shout out to those people that held on to this shit. Shout out to those people, bro. Wow, very nice. Wow, very nice. Earth observation PL just received the sector. Oh yeah, PL. This is an whoa, dude. Whoa! Wow, and sending wedge too. Very nice. These are fucking dominators here. Dominators here. Whoa, bros. Whoa. Oh my lord. Hello. Holy Mary of God. Hold on. I need the Jesus. Where's heaven look like? Image. Where's heaven at? Yeah, we're literally walking to the gates of heaven right now. The gates of heaven are upon us. All right, so let's go ahead and gracefully bless this chart with. I know Crispy's in this play, right, Crispy? You're in this play, right? You're in this play, right? I know that. I think you're definitely in this one. I think you are. This one's it's going straight to fucking Mars, bro. It's going straight to fucking heaven, bro. So we're just going to leave that one over there. Fucking, let's go PL. Dude, PL is absolutely ripping. You guys want to know where the targets are? Let me go ahead and draw some targets on this fucking thing. Because holy moly. Now that thing is ripping. That thing ripping, bro. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at oh yeah. Oh boy. Man, I'm going to be rich by the end of next month. I'm telling you. Oh my god. Wow! Planet Labs in the stratosphere, bro. Let's go! Hold on. This is way out of... No. The promised land. The promised land. Hold up. Hold up. Dude, this is not a chart you ignore. This is the promised land, bro. This is officially fucking... You guys want to know where the fuck these things go? Bro, I'm going to show you guys something. Hold up. Let me see. Let me pull up my extension here. Jesus Christ. So you guys want to know how we can observe future price action? I'm going to show you something. We're going to take it from here. It's on the weekly. Let's turn on to the daily real quick. All right, I'm going to show you something. It's going to be pretty cool. Maybe some of you are going to like this. All right, we're going to do the extension from here, off the impulse. And all we're going to do is from the peak high. And then from the absolute low. And notice the price action. You see how the price action is literally the body candles respecting that 1.1414, excuse me, at 35.10. Yeah, that's not by coincidence, okay? That's not by coincidence, okay? So, next area is going to be right here, 1618, 3742. Obviously, you got to break this high here. If it comes back, now we have levels, all right? Now we have levels, but you want to know something even cooler? Now, sometimes you can use a Fibonacci retracement off of these highs and sometimes correlate some Fibonacci's with other Fibonacci's. And as long as you get them almost intact together, Well, here's one, the 236 and the 382, right? This is a way to add confluence, right? So 3131, and then we have 2640, what is that? 2640 or 81, right? That adds confluence, right? 236 or 113.5 with a 382. So, all right, that's how you can observe a little bit of price action here. Always add higher time frames for more higher, obviously, confluence, which is typically what you want to look for. All right, moving on to what's going on with the world, folks. The world is absolutely turning to shit. Oh, man. Woo! Let's fucking go. Nvda, god damn, Nvidia is getting annihilated, folks. Annihilated. Annihilated. Wow, look at SPY, folks. Look at that. Maybe another fucking touch here. That'd be kind of cool. Jesus Christ. Holy moly. Oh, boy. Yeehaw. Yeehaw, boy. Looking like a sash. I didn't play it. Quarter, first time I didn't. Thought maybe I couldn't get back to the money, but the door popped off and I wasn't there to scoop the cash. I hear you. Shit happens. Let's see what happens, folks. Looks like SPY wants to break more to the downside. I don't like that candle, but this candle also is a good candle to see here. So we got to hold that gravestone. Otherwise, it looks like it wants to continue drilling. Now I continue drilling. So we're just going to have to monitor the overall market here. Holy moly. Look at oil, guys. 96.50. 96.50, folks. 96.50, folks. Jesus Christ. 96.50. Holy moly. Look at Nvidia drilling, drill, baby, drill, with oil now going up. Holy, 96.57. You cannot make this shit up. Now we're sending troops. Well, folks, this doesn't look like a bull market to me. Can you imagine they fixed the overnight, over the weekend, they go, we have full control of the Strait of Hormuz. Imagine they go, we have full control of the Strait of Hormuz over the weekend, guys. We send the troops, we take full control, right? Can you imagine, folks? Wow. Holy shit. Look at this, folks. 96 oil now. 1%. Wow. Whoa. 1% oil. Vixen right now. Hey. Hey. Holy moly. Oh. Hello. Hello. Jesus Christ, market. Drippy, drippy. Let's go, dippy. Oh, God. This is bad. Whoa, Apple now. Now. Trump is speaking, folks. Trump is speaking. Trump is speaking. Any good news he says is going to spike the markets. Any news, any word, anything he says is going to spike the markets. Let me see. Let me see if I can get him on the YouTube right now. Is Trump talking Trump speech? Let me see here.
Society as a whole for the industry to be interested in understanding what the opportunity here represents. I'll just share a philosophy that ExxonMobil has when we enter countries, because we do business all around the world in a number of different regimes. We take a very long-term perspective. The investments that we make span decades and decades, so we do not go into any opportunity with a short-term mindset. And there's a value proposition that we have to meet. It has to be a win-win-win proposition. Obviously, it has to.
I'm gonna check the YouTube live right now. I don't really see it. Oh, yep, they're live. They're live.
So Dan
Got it.
is unbelievable.
Thank you, Panda.
I picked him for a reason, because
Thank you,
I
Panda.
was told it would take 5 years to beat ISIS by our television generals. You know, there's a big difference between generals, just like there is between coaches and everything else. They said, sir, 5 years. And I went to Iraq because I didn't understand why 5 years. And I met this general, and his name was Dan Kane. I said, what's your name? He said, Raisin, sir. I said, really, Raisin? What is that? Raisin? Oh, it's just my nickname, sir. What's your last name? Kane. I said, your name's Raisin Kane? I love you. You're the guy I'm looking for. And it turned out to be right. So they told me it was going to take 4 to 5 years to knock out ISIS. And now I'm in
gonna leave
Iraq.
this on.
I come down, I meet him, some other generals.
Yes,
He
I
was
hit
a
the
boss.
live. Yes.
And I said, how long would it take for you
It's
to
live
knock
right
out
now.
ISIS? He said, 4 weeks, sir. I said, 4 weeks. They tell me 4 years, maybe 5. He said, well, whatever they want, sir. They're the boss. I'm just here. But you can do it in 4 weeks, sir. And you have time left over. I said, you gotta be kidding. And he explained, and we went through a whole big thing. Well, nobody in this room would be bored by it. Actually, you'd like to hear every word. I'll tell you every word of it. But bottom line, I said, let me go back. But as I'm leaving, it was very interesting. I'm walking down the stairs, long fight. I had to turn off the lights after spending trillions of dollars. You had to turn the lights off in the plane because you didn't want to be spotted by the enemy. This was something. So we land, and he said, sir, would you like to rest for a while before we have a meeting? I said, I don't have to rest. My name's not Biden. I don't want to, I'm not resting. And we had great meetings. And then I got back on the plane. I said to him, so General, you say 4 weeks. We mean that, right? 4 weeks, sir, and you'll have time left over. He said, I'll call you on Monday when I get back. And I called him. I said, you still feel that way, General? He said, yes, sir. And I let him do it. He did it in less than 4 weeks. He defeated ISIS. It was amazing. What a difference. You know, I always say, what a difference the president makes. The border. They said, it can't be done without Congress. It will take years. We did it in about 3 weeks. We have a border that's now 9 months in a row. Nobody's come into our country illegally. I'm not even sure if that could be right. But the Democrats keep the stats. So they say, they have 0 people came in through our border. You see it, right? And I said, the president makes a big difference. Well, the generals make a big difference too. But I told him, I said, Dan, if you don't mind, stay in the Situation Room and you watch all those attacks that we're hitting those guys with, and they don't know what's happening. Their Navy's gone, their Air Force is gone, their anti-aircraft is all gone, it's all gone. Their radar is all gone. Their leaders are all gone. The next set of leaders are all gone. And the next set of leaders are mostly gone. And now nobody wants to be a leader over there anymore. We're having a hard time. We want to talk to them, and there's nobody to talk to. We have nobody to talk to. And you know what? We like it that way. And we have many other distinguished members of the United States military, but I want to tell you, Hexeth is doing a great job. And Raising Cane is doing a great job, as good as anybody's ever seen. Don't forget, we had Venezuela. That was the beginning where people started to see the talent. I rebuilt the military and built it, frankly, including Space Force. But I rebuilt the military in my first term. I didn't think I'd be using it this much, but I'm glad I rebuilt it, because we can't let these lunatics have nuclear weapons, because they were going to use them. They'd use them fast. One of the ways you know that is when this whole thing started, they started shooting missiles all over the Middle East at countries that were basically not involved, because they wanted to take over the Middle East. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they would have used it. The only question would have been the first hour or the first day. That's the only question. They would have used it. And if they can use a nuclear weapon, the world would have been in big trouble. We had to stop. It should have been done long ago. I also want to thank FCC Chairman Brendan Carr, perhaps the most powerful man in this room. You are doing some job. He's trying to keep the fake news, he's trying to make the fake news real and respected again, which is not an easy job, but you're doing a really amazing job. First time that's happened in 25 years, so I congratulate you and everybody in the room. Everybody in this whole country is watching what you're doing, and we appreciate it. When a man can get elected in a landslide, winning think of it, 7 swing states, win them all. We win the popular vote. We win the electoral college by tremendous amount. We win the counties by 82 or 84%. And I got no good press. Think of it. Only one thing, that only means one thing. These people are not respected. They're just not respected. And we have to have a press that's respected. When you can win an election where they say that I got 94% bad press, think of it, the other side got 94% good press. When they can get 94% and you win in a landslide, that means the press is not respected. People have no confidence in, so you're doing a fantastic job. Senators Todd Young and Dan Sullivan, great senators, wherever you may be. You're here someplace. Where are you? Hello, fellas. Good senators. Great guys. And Representatives Ronnie Jackson, White House doctor. He served 3 presidents. He said he had Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of Barack Hussein Obama? You had Obama. I didn't want to talk about Biden, but he said, and you had Bush. You had young Bush, I call him, young Bush. I was not a fan, but that's all right. But the press asked him, who was the healthiest of the 3? Dr. Ronnie, stand up, Dr. Ronnie. There's a big deal. Took a lot of heat for this. They said, no, most guys would say, well, we don't want to talk about that. They said, who's the healthiest of the 3? He said, President Donald J. Trump by far. If he didn't eat junk food, he'd live to 200 years old, he said. And I love this guy, and he then left and he ran. He was an admiral, and he then left, and he was a White House doctor, a very respected one. He saved a lot of lives. He was a great doctor. People don't realize that. And he then left, and he said, sir, I'd like to run for Congress. I said, you've never done it before. You won't be able to pull it off. In a very, very all-Trump district, there were 28 people running. Man was retiring. He's been there for years. And I said, Ron, I don't know. It's going to be tough, but we'll try it, right? And we got him in. He blew him away. There was one man that was favored. He was a rhino. He was favored to win easily, and we wiped him out, right, Ron? And he's been a congressman. He's one of the most popular people in Congress, but I don't care about that. I just care that he was my doctor, and he said I'm the healthiest human being he's ever. Ronnie, am I healthier than these guys back here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you. All right. See, this is why I like him. Also with Ronnie is Derek Van Orden, a fantastic guy, and members of the Naval Academy's Board of Visitors. Sean Spicer has gone on to great things, and Walt Nvda. Where's Walt? Walt's become a very famous guy. He works with me. and he does a great job. Great, loyal, incredible person. And Sean Spicer, where's Sean? Where's Sean? Great job. And he's got a very successful television career going. What the hell do I get out of it? Well, you know what? I get nice statements. That's what I get out of it, right? 100%. It's great. You've done great. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Those are really the people that are very much in charge of making everything work at the academy and the other academies separately, separate groups. A very important position. For the Navy midshipmen, 2025 was truly a season for the ages. You didn't just win the Commander-in-Chief's trophy, you made history as one of the greatest teams to ever wear the proud uniform of Navy football. Some uniform. The teams have gotten so good.
You never know what he says.
That I
Could be anything.
was able to get, and we're pushing it very hard to make it permanent, a military academy deferment policy. So, because you have some people here, you know, when I went on the field and I threw up a coin, I'm standing next to these guys. They were monsters. They said, look at the size of these guys. I thought they were supposed to be smaller. I thought you had sort of restrictions on size, you know? We got rid of that because some of these guys were extremely large. And we have the NFL teams here also. When whoever wins the Super Bowl, they come. The baseball teams, we had the Dodgers, we have them all. But I saw the size of these guys, so I got used to it. And I said, these guys are as big as the NFL. And at one of the visits a while ago, first term, they asked me, they said, sir, we have a hard time recruiting because a player, if he's really good, he can't do the 4 or 5 years in the military service. Could you would like to do a military academy deferment policy? I immediately knew what he meant. And we got it done. And it allows you to defer your service until after your career. So if you're going to the NFL for 10 years, so now everyone wants to join. So do I get credit for this successful team then? The superintendent's going to say yes. I don't know about the coach. I don't know about Kelly. But the coach, I think, it made your life a little bit easier. It was tough. It was tough for the teams when they used to have to play guys that were twice their size, right? So they did good. They had better heart. They have the best heart in the business, but size does matter. And so what we did is we got that so you have a deferment, so a lot of people are able to join now, and they do their service later. They're great patriots, but that would be a lot to ask. And I think it's helped your teams really compete at the highest level. The team was led by your incredible senior class, and that includes the co-captain and star quarterback, Blake Horvath, who is fantastic. Where are you, Blake? Wait a minute, you were a player. I was at that game. He's a player. Yeah, but good everything. You can run it, you can throw it. What do you think, NFL material? You have no choice, you have to. Thank you. Stay up here if you want. Look at this guy. He walks up. Most of them just stay there. Just, they don't want it. Very good. Look at him. I can't get rid of him. I can't stay there if you want. Come on, stay there. He's a quarterback. What the hell? But he ends his college career as one of the most accurate Navy quarterbacks of all time with an astounding almost 60% completion rate, second only to the man we just spoke about, Roger Staubach, who was unbelievable. He was unbelievable. He served 5 years, and then he came in, and came in at like 27 or something, and he was phenomenal as an NFL player. Likewise, senior wide receiver Eli Haydenreich scorched opposing defenses all year long. They've been writing about him, a lot of stories, setting a school record for receiving touchdowns. And you do need a quarterback for that. Where's Eli? Where's Eli? Come here, Eli. Get over here. Look at the size of this guy. They're all saying he's got NFL. Pretty good. I see by the size of those hands, you have no trouble catching that ball. Come here. Great. Beautiful. And we're going to bring them down to the Oval Office.
We're going to have to watch this, folks. Anything can be said.
None of all these big shots that we have here, none of the senators, none of all these people. We're going to bring them down. We're giving them a special medal, a beautiful medal, a very expensive medal that if I see it on eBay tonight, I'll be extremely upset.
We got
All
Bitcoin,
right, so
69.5.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. That's great.
Oil coming down a little bit here.
The whole team is pointing at you. Are you looking to go NFL if you can?
Yes, sir. I'm hoping to.
Okay, good. Good. That's great. I'll bet you make it. So we have Eli and setting all the school records for receiving touchdowns, earning a spot at the NFL Combine, and cementing himself as, without a doubt, the greatest wide receiver in
All right.
Navy history. That
Looks
is
like there's not
bad.
much being said
Did you
here.
do the Combine? Yes, sir. How did you find it? Were you impressed by the athletes?
All right, not much being said
Were
here
you
at
as
this
good as
point.
them? Were you better? They're all saying they like you. They're all saying he's better. Good. I can see it. We're gonna watch.
I'm gonna give him.
Watching all
I'm gonna
you
give him
guys.
3 more minutes.
And let's not forget one of the strongest athletes the Navy has ever seen. Oh, this is the guy I want to meet. Who was named a first-team All-American. You can't do better than that. On 5 different organizations. So 5 groups named a first-team All-American. Senior lineman and co-captain Landon Robertson. Where's Landon? Where is he? His arms are like steel. It just hurt my hand. I hit his muscle. It's like steel, man. We're not messing. You think I could take him in a fight? That's like Ronnie. Thank you. Congratulations. That's fantastic. So listen to this about Landon with a 665-pound squat and a 465-pound bench press. What about women playing in men's sports? Think we could have a woman take your position? Is there a woman out there? I don't think so. You know, we're trying to end that. No men. Think of it. No men in women's sports. Maybe I'll put Landon in women's sports for a little while. How ridiculous. I mean, you know, they say that's an 80-20 issue. No. That's a 99% issue. It's amazing. Thank goodness the Democrats keep pushing these things. Open borders, transgender for everybody, and they want to have men playing women's sports. So Landon has some really big records, and he's so strong that the team had to special order a longer barbell. I see, because the barbell would break. That's crazy. Is he the strongest one on the team? Is everyone? Huh? No doubt, with all you big, strong guys. Look at this guy at the end. What do you think, Landon? Look at that. He's a big guy. So thank you very much. We have a lot of fun at these things. I hope you. I love sports, and I love athletics, and I love competition. I love competition, and these guys are champions. But perhaps no single player better represents the heart and soul of this team than your 5'9", 174. I love those guys. Those guys that are a little smaller than you're supposed to be, but they have a bigger heart than everybody on the team, right? And the other team, too. 174-pound playmaker who delivered key knockouts and blocks on opponents almost twice his size. Senior Brandon Chapman. Brandon plays selfless, relentless football. I got this from his coach. As he likes to say, quote, here's a quote, "The way I look at it, the fight's not over until I win." That's it, right? Just keep going. And that's really the spirit of the Navy and our great sailors. Where are you, Brandon? They love him. Boy, I tell you, you don't have players like that. You don't win. You just can't win. You need people like Brandon, and they all have that big heart. It's very tough when you get into that elite group. When you beat those schools that are big and powerful, it's a pretty amazing thing. This group of winners opposed and opened the 2025 season with 7 straight victories, including a thrilling win over.
All right, we're done. We're fucking done with that. What's going on, chat? Don't forget to hit the like button. All right, guys. So, if you're still with me, sorry to bore you guys to death. It's just sometimes you don't know what's going to be said with this guy in the house, right? You just don't know what he's going to say in the house. And it's always good to just keep an open mind. Keep an open mind, folks. Let's go take a look at our favorite ticker real quick. I like me some FLR. Shout out to King. I'm gonna have to stop saying that because now, at some point everybody knows this is a king ticker right here. As I said before, market rewards people that take risks, and unfortunately, this is just one of those days where everything is absolutely volatile, everything's dumping, and market will just rip off of one tweet, and this is the times we're in right now, folks. Unfortunately, this is just how things are going to start. This is just the next 3-4 years or 2 years left, whatever the fuck is left in terms of his terms. So, always try and seek opportunity. When the market presents you opportunity, take advantage of it, trade the trend, and that's it. That's all you can do. We're still human at the end of the day, and you're gonna make mistakes. You're not gonna always get the perfect time, but he just said that he's putting troops out there, and unfortunately, that's where we're at, allegedly. I still gotta confirm if that's true or not. Still gotta confirm. But, find tickers that are absolutely with good companies, that are great companies, right? Is it a company that's not gonna go away? Okay, good. Or they have good standing. They have are they still doing business? Oil now at 1.4%. Won't be surprised if oil spikes. Oil spikes next week, folks. If oil spikes next week, can you imagine that? Imagine he goes in the weekend, yeah, we just have full control of the Strait of Hormuz. We have full control of the Strait of Hormuz. Everything's all handy dandy. Now OCC's pulling back a little bit here. Finally 8% to the downside. About freaking time. I won't look at OCC anymore. I want to take a look at Ondas real quick. Volume, I want to see if we can catch the big money buying yet. Volume? I'll take a look. ONDS absolutely getting destroyed. What am I looking at exactly? What am I looking at exactly here? It's just one big fat fucking range. One big ass range. You can even argue it's in an up channel. Yeah, no, that's not a good channel. Just consolidated range, man. Not really doing much. Did you just say big money's definitely not buying? I promise you they're not buying here. Big money bought all the way down here. Big money never buys here. The only time they buy is at literally lows. Big money will never ever buy at tops. Remember, big money has intel. So no. Big money's not buying here. You crazy? They bought it all the way back here. No way. This is all retail. This is all retail. Now, obviously, they can hedge. They don't buy here. You crazy? The big money don't come in like retail. They don't come in. They don't do what we do. They don't do what we do. They're already holding to deal life. It's literally diamond handing. There's them, bro. I'm telling you, there's nothing. Just by looking at the volume candle, there's literally nothing. Literally nothing. This is weak. Zero. Look, more sellers and buyers here. If anything, you look like you're more bearish than you are bullish. There's no big money coming in. Big money does not come here. Nothing. Nothing. Switching over to the 30-minute. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. This is weak. Nothing, 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 nothing. Turning on the 5 real quick. Nope. 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 Nothing. No. Money, big money don't come here. No, this is just regular order flow. Nothing. I don't even see blocks. Yeah, big money's not coming in here. Look. I don't see blocks, consecutive blocks, 0 blocks. Normally you see like 42,000 consecutively, 42, 42, 42, 42, right? That's hedge, that's money. Yeah, but none of these are like 40, 50 or up. Nothing. 0. And that's the start of the day, 9:30. Boom, 9:30 starts here. So I'm telling you, they don't do that. It's mostly after, like, you know, well, I don't need to tell you this. You have a pretty good idea where they're buying. You know this. APLD. We're going before the day's over. They already bought before that announcement, way sooner. They don't do it on the day of. They do it way sooner. They position themselves. They're not here to lose. They're here to win. They do it weeks out, brother. Weeks. Whoa. Huge volume coming in on FLR. Huge volume. Whoa. Hello. Something hit the tape. Well, something's hitting the tape here. Like I said, it's always Trump right here.
We rate him. That's close to a 10, maybe a 10. See, fellas, you can see it first.
What did he sign?
Pretty good, right?
He just signed something. He just signed something.
You take over, okay? Thank you.
He just signed something. I don't know what he's signing here.
This is not an auto pen.
Oil's coming down. Oil's coming down. Oil's coming down.
By that.
What is he saying?
Didn't work. Let's go.
What is going on here?
All right, it's a good one. We rate him. That's close to a 10, maybe a 10. See, fellas, you can see it first. Pretty good, right? Yes, sir.
What is being said, folks?
What I'll do is I'll give these out.
I'm watching that. That's a news tick. That's a news wick. Like I said, you just don't even know what's happening in this economy. So what was he saying? Does anybody know? That's a wick. I'm gonna search the news right now. Bitcoin also moving 69. Nice wick. Huge wicks. Huge wicks. I'm gonna see if he signed something or he said something or.
Good morning.
Let me see what's going on.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for signing that executive order, protecting the sanctity of the Army-Navy game. It's a game with a soul, and it deserves to be protected. Thank you very much. Thank you to you and your staff, your gracious hospitality, and for making today's ceremony possible. Thank you to the distinguished guests and everyone in attendance for being here to recognize this team and this exceptional group of young men. On behalf of our players, our staff and their families, our superintendent, General Michael Book-Schulte, and our athletic director, Michael Kelly, it is truly an honor to be here. We're grateful and humbled to be back again. As I shared last year, it's been our goal to return to this stage many times during your tenure, Mr. President. There's no higher honor in our program than standing here representing the Naval Academy, the entire brigade of midshipmen, the Brotherhood, and all the men and women who serve and have served in our Navy and Marine Corps. These young men understand that wearing the Navy uniform comes with a responsibility greater than football. Each day they strive to live up to the core values of honor, courage, and commitment, and the standards of those who came before them. Leaders of character who have gone on to serve our country with distinction. What they accomplished this season is a direct result of that ethos and mindset. The players here on stage and to my left in the audience are some of the very best our country has to offer. In just a little over 2 months, these 28 seniors standing behind me will graduate and commission as officers in our Navy and Marine Corps under your command, Mr. President. They will do so with character, discipline, and the values that define this institution. I also want to recognize our fellow service academies, the United States Army and the United States Air Force. The rivalry we share is among the greatest traditions in college football, but it is grounded in deep and enduring respect, because we know that one day many of these young men may stand shoulder to shoulder in defense of our nation. Commander-in-Chief's trophy represents the commitment, discipline, teamwork that define the future leaders and warfighters of our armed forces. Every day our players balance the demands of Division I athletics with the responsibility of preparing to serve as officers. That challenge forges the character this trophy represents. In our view, it is the most meaningful and honorable trophy in all of college sports. To our families, alumni, and the countless people who support the Naval Academy, thank you. Your belief in these young men and what this institution stands for makes moments like this possible and special. Mr. President, thank you for hosting us today and for your continued support of the men and women who serve our great country. This time, I'd like to bring our two captains, Landon Robinson and Blake Horvath, up to present you with a couple of gifts.
Great, thank you.
Well, first, Mr. President, it's just an honor to be here.
Football is very heavy.
I know.
You need a strong neck.
Like you said, well, you're the healthiest guy here, so you got the neck to do it. Yes, sir. So just want to say thank you so much for having us here. Absolute honor. And last year, I was hesitant to say it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, right? Because I knew we'd be back this year. So I'm glad I can now say it's a twice-in-a-lifetime experience. And just couldn't have done it without our whole team here, right? Our support staff, from the strength and the trainers to all these guys and all the guys who are still at school right now in class. Thanks to all of them, and just for everybody for supporting us. And, go Navy, beat everybody.
Absolutely. First off, thank you, Mr. President, for the opportunity to be here. Blake said most of it, but I'm just so thankful to all my teammates and all my coaches for all the hard work they've put in. It's very hard to go 11-2 in a season, but I couldn't be more proud to play for Navy football, and I couldn't be more proud to represent the United States Naval Academy. So go Navy, beat Army forever.
See you at the Oval. Now, anybody does not want to go to the Oval, please raise your hand. Okay. I'll see you in the Oval. I had a feeling you were going to do that. Thank you. See you in a couple of minutes.
Vic's coming down here.
Thank you, everybody.
Could be 3 rising valleys. All right, we're going to shut that off. All right, guys. So I'm thinking that was a Newswick. Something hit the tape. Not sure what it was, but we did have a bippy bip. So it's just something to consider here in the overall market. Find the opportunities, obviously, but always protect yourself. We're in the time of Trump's economy, Trump's market. Any tweet can send markets flying. This is the time to protect, but also not go balls deep in the paint, right? But obviously the market rewards those that take the risks. That's the unfortunate truth. Okay? That's the unfortunate truth. So, consider that when you're playing the markets. Again, the market rewards those that take risks. Not financial advice. Especially if you can try and wick a bottom, or try and catch a bottom or a discount. Unfortunately, these are the times you look for, because over the weekend, for example, he can say one little tweet and everything goes back up. Anything can happen. Unfortunately, yes, it is very high risk, and unfortunately, it's also high reward. When I see a harmonic completion here, all right, if all else equal, this to me, when I see the harmonic completion, I'm gonna be honest with you. I start shopping. I start looking at opportunity. This is just the way I do things. I start looking for opportunity, because at some point things will have to find the mean reversion, come back up, hit another resistance area, and then maybe we'll find a new lower high, lower low, or maybe break out of a range. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So from a risk to reward, always protect yourself. For me, I wouldn't short this here. Not financial advice. You do what you do. You do you, boo boo. You do you. But I'm definitely getting my list ready. If not, already taken some positions, very minute positions, and I manage trades. It's just the way it is. I see discounts, I get in. It's just the way it is. Now, obviously, there's an impending death cross here on SPY. We're very much like a couple weeks out. Maybe a month out. Roughly a month and a half. Something like along that line. Because that's a couple days. That is a couple days. Yeah, it looks like... Actually, I'll tell you right now. I think I figured out a way. Right here, so... If we had to take an idea... Alright, so let's say roughly, more or less, 28 days, so 30 days. We're 30 days out. We're a month out before that death cross hits. A whole month. If we don't end this war, we're a month out before a death cross happens. A month. A whole month. We have a whole month to figure out what Trump wants to do. So, sometimes people start positioning knowing that this is already going to occur. Now, there's always a possibility that we can revert, obviously go back up, whatever have you. The point is, Trump's got to figure this shit out. He's got a month out. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button, please. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, boy. How's the chat doing? What's going on, chat? You guys alive? You guys doing good? You guys doing well? I'm excited. I'm excited as they come. I'm just touting around, seeing what's out there. Touting around, seeing what's out there, folks. Look at OCC. You know me. Wow, this is your typical descending right angle broadening formation here. These are not always, you don't see these every day. You don't see these every day. These are fun to play, actually. Hard to play for some folks, but these are really fun to play. Look at that. Descending right angle broadening formation. Yep. Find your happy medium. But these are really fun little patterns. Again, you don't see them every day. So much so that it's always good to recap on how they work. descending right angle. Look at that. As soon as I type it. How do I remember this? Look at that. It can be down or up, leading to a megaphone tilted down of the top horizontal horizon. Gee. It's like I'm like a little computer. I'm like a little computer. So look at the pattern here. All right. Look at this. Wow. How did you know this? You know, I do a lot of reading. You typically want to do 5 touches. You typically want to see 5 touches of this pattern hit. And this is where you gotta, so it's 5 touches to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, typically you can get 2 and 3 here. All right. These patterns are telling you to, technically, you should have bought here. In essence, right? You should have bought here. But this is like a second opportunity, not financial advice. And if it holds that and comes back and retests that resistance, well, the measurement rule off that, boy, oh boy, it can get really sloppy. It can get really good. Sloppy in the upside, though. In a good way. In a good way. Not in a bad way. Market's acting a little fishy here. 1 second, guys. All right, so the VIX is definitely inside a 3 rising valley, forming the second valley here. Forming the second valley. Forming the second valley. So this is a valley uno. Forming the second valley dos. They also look like rising 3 methods, or 3 rising methods as we call them. Rising 3 methods, rip. Rising 3 methods, rip. And this is also what we call rising 3 valleys. 3 rising valleys. So there's a lot of ways to take into this account. But sell off and then a ripper. Sell off, then the ripper. Sell off, then the ripper. That is your typical continuation pattern. All right. Also, you got a harmonic here as well. $786 is your first area. 786, yeah, we're ready on it. 786 with a 1618. We're literally on it right now. So if this rips, there's a completion point right up here, 786. So if this goes up one more, right there's a completion point, and then the reversal, right? So there is one more. There is a little bit potential more room to the upside. And if it rips, that's the harmonic completion. So pay close attention to that. Don't ignore it. Keeping a close eye on the VIX. Oil. Hanging man. Yikes. Uh-oh. The market rewards risks. Okay? I cannot stress this enough. If you feel like... I just like... It's hard for me to explain this, but when I see, again, sell-offs like this, I'm not bearish at all. I'm just like, you know, trade the means. This is literally how I'm patient, positioning lightly into some, you know, situations and then waiting for the rip, right? Is it going to be perfect? Never. There's no such thing. Doesn't exist. Never exists. Never exists. Interesting. What price target if it hits? I gotta do the measurement rule. All right, so I kid you not. This is the measurement rule here. There's a 977. 977. 976. So it looks like there's a target here if it holds. If it holds that. Right angle broadening formation. Markets continue to dip. All right, VIX is going up. Now oil wants to go up. So, OCC, long way to go. Right angle broadening formation, 720 here, 720. Let's fucking go. I'm actually going to tweet this one. Where's, hello? Oh, shit. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Oh, baby. Right angle broadening formation. Let me draw my little guy here. He's been like my little mascot recently. I'm gonna draw my face. Gotta draw my face. There you go. There you go. Bingo bango. Murder, She Wrote. Got that going. There it is. There she goes. Off she goes. Murder, She Wrote. Na 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 na. Murder, She Wrote. Let's go. Oh. Oh, let's go. Bum, bum, bum. Ichiman. Ichiman. All right, so the VIX looks like it wants to do one more rally. Yikes. Uh-oh. Short term looking a little painful right now. One little pain. Short term looking a little painful. Not gonna lie. LWLG coming back down here. Bark had a really huge sell off today. Let me see what's going on with Bark. I'm not sure what happened there. Whoa. Bark says special me will not pursue transaction after review of previously disclosed proposal. Not sure what that means, but looks like some crazy ass news hit the tape on Bark. And look at that mean reversion so far coming out of the woodworks here. Jesus, talk about a sell-off. Holy shit. The fuck? That was a 35% move. 35% move. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. You couldn't have asked for a scenario like that. Alright, so 738 looks like it's bouncing here. 738 finding support on this medium range bound here, sir. Bingo bango, murder she wrote. I'm having way too much fun with this little mascot here. Dun 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 do 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 dun dun dun. Broadening formation descending. Right angle descending. Alright guys. Looks to me 15 minutes till 12. Usually I get off at 12. So with that being said, I'll be tuning in back on Discord, and then I'll post a video today, folks. Any tickers you guys want me to post, go ahead and hit the like button, join the Discord, and yeah, I'll see you guys Monday. I'll post maybe this weekend. I think we might do something on the weekend. I'll reach out to those people what we spoke about last week. So let's see what happens. Cheers. Later, bros.